Hi everyone, welcome to your first online assignment, and that will be to make our math notebook. All right, you all should have a binder, some of these dividers, and they don't necessarily have to be pocket dividers, and quite a lot of filler paper. So, if you have those three things, then you are ready to begin. Let's begin our binder by creating a cover page. I am going to put just random drawings on my cover page that have to do with math. You can stylize this any which way you want. You need to have your name on the top, and you need to say that it's Math 7 or Math 8 and that it's your notebook. And then after that, it's up to you completely what you would like to put on there. Make it your own. Okay, once you have you can pause the video and do that. And then once you have done that, we'll go ahead and open your binder, and your binder has several sections. So, I would like for you to make, we're going to have four sections. The first one would be your table of contents. So I'm going to put that in the first binder that I have, or the first divider, and make that your table of contents. And you see what I mean right there, table of contents? I don't know if you can see that. We're all learning with these recording instruments. Okay, put that in there, and then I gave you a handout of several documents, several papers today in class. So right after the table of contents, you're going to put the table of contents. This is the area where you are going to keep track of each lesson that you watch at night. You're going to put the date that it was assigned, the title of the lesson, and then the page number. Every single page in your notebook will be numbered from 1 to 350. I don't know how many pages we'll have, but there will not be any missing pages. So if it takes one page for your notes, you'll put page 1. If it takes 2 pages to take the notes, then you'll put page 1 and page 2. And we'll continue from there. So put that in there, and that's the only thing in that section. The second section will be lesson notes. Oh, that's so not very good. Okay. Lesson notes. So go ahead and pause the video and fill out your divider label and just put lesson notes, and when you get that, go ahead and put it in. Now the lesson notes, the very first page of your lesson notes is going to be this method of note-taking that we are going to use. It's called the Cornell note-taking method. We're going to talk a lot about this in class. We're going to practice several lessons in class taking notes. And then this will be the first page in your lesson notes so that you can always refer back to the structure of the notes that we're looking for. Okay. After that, you're going to want to put in quite a lot of this filler paper. So I'm going to put in probably 3/4 of this stack of filler paper in this section. Okay. The third section that we're going to put in there is called the vocabulary index. Or you could just write vocabulary if you prefer. You can't really see that against the glare of the thing, but it's vocabulary index. Okay, I'm sliding that in the divider. And this is going to be the section where you keep track of the vocabulary words that you will be using on a daily basis in class. Oh, my divider's not working. Maybe it is. All right, well, I'll get it in a minute. Okay. Put that in there, and the top pages to this section are going to be the ones that I gave you in class, vocabulary index. Now, as we go through vocabulary words, we are going to keep track of them here, and we're going to assign each one of them a number. So this is your index, just like in the back of a book. Now, the definitions are going to go on some more of this white paper. So you're going to need probably, I don't know, 20 or so sheets of paper right behind the vocabulary index that you put in there, and you're going to include the paper in this section as well. Okay, the last section that you're going to put in there is called references. So references, please pause the video, write references on your tab, and then go ahead and start the video again. Okay, when you label that tab references, the things that are going to go in this area are my grading policy. Now, as you can tell, this is a little different from last year. Let me see if I can zoom in. Oh yeah, that's better. But it's still not very clear. See if I can focus this. It's just not behaving today. Okay. Anyway, you have there. It just happened. You have this in front of you. So the things that are important about the grading policy is that each marking period, your final grade is going to be determined by mostly your tests. That's 70% of your grade. Your tests and your projects will do quite a lot of them. So it's not, your whole grade's not going to hang on one particular assignment or test rather, but you do, that's the goal, is mastery, so you do need to do well on your tests. The quizzes will be 15% of your grade, and the classwork, homework, will be 15% of your grade. Now, I'm going to give you specifics down here, and you can take time to read through them. So pause the video, and then we'll go ahead and I'll let you read through them. Okay, now you're back. Because I'm going to check, homework is going to be done daily in class, and I'll check it on a daily basis. You'll turn it in to me at the end of the class. You're going to receive a grade of 2, 1, or 0. And this is how I'm going to grade that. A 2 will be given for neat completed homework, which is done in pencil. And you have to show all your work to receive full credit. Go ahead, and if you have a highlighter with you, you need to underline that, because that, or highlight that rather, because that's very important. Okay, a score of 1 will be given for incomplete work, just answers, or work done in pen, and a score of 0 will be received for missing work. Okay, because the homework is checked daily, we will go over the answers in class, and there's no opportunity for make up missed homework. It's not accepted at a later time or a date for a grade. I should have put for a grade there. You will have to still make it up, but you will not receive a grade of it because you have already received a grade of 0. The only exception to that would be if you were absent. Okay, if a student misses 3 homework assignments in a marking period, a missed homework letter will be emailed to your parents. After that, any missed assignment in the same marking period will result in additional emails and after-school detention. Okay, you will be filling out a form when you are in class if you don't have your homework done. And now your homework this year is going to be taking notes. So that's where this notebook comes in as being very important. Okay, a test will be given at the end of each chapter. I will let you know in advance when the test dates will be, and I will post them on Edmodo. Your quizzes will be given on parts of the chapters and on vocabulary, and quizzes will be announced the day before they're given. I will, however, sometimes give you a pop vocabulary quiz. I will not do that on a frequent basis, only as the class, only if needed, only if I feel like you're really not paying attention to vocabulary, and then I might give you a pop quiz, kind of to wake you up. Okay, 10 points. I have a standing rule. I do not like pens with math. You can't make mistakes with a pen, so 10 points are deducted from any quiz or test that is completed with pens. Okay, project and POWs. If you were here last year, then you know what a POW is. It's a problem of the week. You will have ample time to complete each project. These will be on your calendar on Edmodo as well. And 10 points will be deducted from your grade for every day that it is late. After 5 days late, it will not be accepted. These are important grades. They go towards that 70% of your grade, so you do not want to be late. But I will give you plenty of time to do them. Class participation is an important part of the flipped classroom. You will be expected to watch each lecture and take notes prior to coming to class so that you can take full advantage of the class period to get your homework done. Please, actually, let's go ahead and highlight that because that is the key to your success. And in the beginning of the year, your notebook will be graded every 2 weeks. Your combined notebook grades will count as a test grade for each marking period. So that's pretty much my grading policy. I'm not going to tolerate late homework this year. I think that is not doing you any favors by doing that. Some people got very far behind last year, and that's not a good thing. So that's that. That goes in your reference section. The other part is we're going to talk about this math notebook rules. And basically write neatly and legibly. If we go right to the rules, write neatly and legibly, create a cover page, which you've already done, create and use the table of contents, number all your pages, please underline all, and create a vocabulary index, which I've set up for you. You just need to use it. Now, I'm going to do that. And you can color code your notes, but you have to do all your math work in pencil. Sometimes color coding important keywords is very, it's advantageous to use when you're reviewing and going over it for the test. But you have to do all of your math work in pencil. You will need to sign that and date it, and I'll check that in your first notebook check. Okay, and how am I going to grade these notebooks? This is your math notebook rubric. All right. Basically, you have an opportunity to get 16 points here, and I'm going to look at neatness and neatness and organization, content accuracy, required elements. That means that you need to have the notes, all the notes from each of the lectures that has been assigned between the 2 notebook checks. No pages have been skipped and all titles are included, and illustrations and diagrams are clear, accurate, and labeled. I expect that with a little bit of effort, everybody can get a 4 and the full 16 points on these notebook grades. Now, if your handwriting is usually neat, it's sometimes messy, but usually neat, pretty much you can go through this and read this, but you get a choice between a wow and a good, and an almost, and then a poor, and I will just tally the scores and we'll add them up, and that will count as a test grade at the end of the marking period. So it's worth your while to do a nice notebook, and will help you learn. And that is it for your math notebook. We'll talk about, well, we'll start putting some lessons in there in class, and this will be your key to success in math. Thanks for watching.